What's up, everybody? I'm Richard.
And I'm Shawn.
And we are speaking the language of bromance. And Shawn, today is the day that I make up for calling you a fatty.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
Yeah, so a couple weeks ago, we did a draft on costumes. And you're like, hey, if you wear your robot cop outfit, you look like a biscuit busted open, spilling out all over the place because you're a fat ass. And I cried, Richard. I cried all over my
Your
donuts.
pain brings me joy.
So I told Tiffany about this, and Tiffany's like, well, I mean, and she poked my belly.
She did not.
And you know what happened when she poked my belly, Richard?
Did you laugh?
I went, woo!
I know.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and then Richard, so from all that, she said, guess what, Shawn? I said, what, Tiffany?
Okay. No, don't say it. Don't say it.
Yeah, she said, we're going to go on a 21-day refresh.
Oh, I'm so sorry. This isn't
Yeah.
my fault, but I'm so sorry.
Well, so the backup, I actually agreed to do this a while back. So my wife...
Okay, never mind. This is totally on you.
It is totally my fault.
You brought this on yourself.
We kind of might run the spectrum on things here because my wife, we haven't really talked about these things too much, but it's those MLMs, those multi-level, is it management? Basically the pyramid scheme things now.
The multi-level marketing?
Yeah, multi-level marketing.
That's called this pyramid scheme, Shawn.
No, it's called a multi-level marketing.
Right, because the person at the top has people underneath him that help the person at the top, and then those people find other people to help them who also help the person at the top until you get to the bottom who helps the person at the top. And
Richard, I talked with my wife and I told her that sounds like it's the shape of a pyramid. And she said, no.
It's a triangle because I can't draw in 3 dimensions.
But so it's BeachBody, which is not as bad as some of them, because I actually did listen to a podcast about MLMs, and there's some super shady ones out there.
Yeah, there is. That's why they're called pyramid schemes, Shawn.
Yeah.
You stay away from them.
Like the pyramid
Although
scheme,
the whole Nigerian prince thing, that's real.
Oh, yeah. I'm still waiting on my cash money.
Uh-huh. Any day now.
The BeachBody one, it's not as bad because she only has to buy stuff she uses.
Okay, so the name of this is the BeachBody?
Well, BeachBody's the company, and they have this thing as a 21-day refresh.
You don't live near a beach.
But I want a body of somebody that does.
Shawn, I've been to beaches. Some of those bodies, I mean...
Yeah. Well, I know, too, like, if you go to the right beach, like, if you find somebody that's of European descent, like, they come to visit.
Yeah,
they're like, what's board shorts? I'm like, not a Speedo, sir.
You ever see those guys, the bigger guys that like own boats, and they're like super tan, like leathery tan, but they're like bigger.
Except the underneath of their belly because it doesn't get any sun. Yeah.
Exactly. And so they're like leathery tan, and they're walking around on their boat that they own, and they're surrounded by beautiful women.
Mm-hmm. It's the American dream, Richard, and they're not American.
So that's, to me, that's the BeachBody. I feel I hear BeachBody and I think that's what I think of when I hear the word BeachBody. I think of a man. I think of a man in his late 60s that owns a boat who is
married to a 28-year-old model,
surrounded by other 28-year-old models, and is also the color of mahogany wood.
Yeah. And their kids are like, Dad, they're just with you for their money. It's like, listen, kids, she does things that your mother would never do.
Listen, kids, duh.
I'm 68.
Do you think I made all this money by being a fucking idiot? That's what I don't understand. I don't understand the people that are like, how could they they not?
Yeah.
They made millions or billions of dollars.
Yeah.
And they think that, and everybody assumes that they're completely clueless. Oh, she only married you for your money. Yeah. No shit.
It's like, what else am I going to do on this 68-foot yacht? Be with another 68-year-old?
Yeah. What the fuck?
She'll be out there bitching about the weather. Be like, you're not as fit as you were when you were 20.
Right. You want to tell me I don't have a beach body. I'm like, honey, look around. This is the beach body.
Yeah. You know what the 28-year-old doesn't do to me? She doesn't say, hey, we need to go on a 21-day refresh so you get back in shape.
Yeah. She just hangs out and does things with her mouth.
Yeah. And then she's like, hey, can I have 10 grand to go shopping? You're like, yes. God, yes.
Whatever the fuck you want. Just keep doing all those other things that you're doing and bring your friends.
Are you going to do that when you get back? You are? Sweet. Here's
fantastic.
20 grand. Richard, sometimes I wish I could find like a 68-year-old woman.
I know, right? I feel like that's not in the cards, though.
No. Because we're fat.
Because I don't have a beach body.
Yeah. So backing up to the billionaire MLM guy that's got that huge yacht.
Okay. The guy that's surrounded by all the women. Yeah. The guy that actually has the beach body.
The guy that owns Beachbody.
Uh-huh.
So Beachbody's not as bad because I listened to a podcast that talked about MLMs, and the shittiest one I heard of. So a lot of them actually make you buy your inventory. So this is a little bit of a like, hey, Beachbody's not as bad.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of them make you buy your inventory. So you'll see like people being like, hey, if you need these new fake nails, contact me and I'll get them. Because, and if you want to work from home, contact me too, because we can get in this thing together. But those people have to buy all the inventory they sell. So it's like, hey, you take $1,000 worth of money, buy all these fake nails or whatever it is, and you have to sell it. Beachbody's not like that. Beachbody's more of like, hey, buy it underneath me. If you want to get protein or whatever it is, I get credit for it.
Yeah.
The shadiest thing I heard on that podcast was somebody talked to I don't know what they called it in theirs, but the person above them. And she's going on about like, hey, what do I need to do? What should I do here? And she's like, oh, well, you probably need to go out and spend like $800 and throw a party. And she's like, but I'll lose money. She's like, yeah, but you'll gain customers. You might gain people underneath you. And she's like, oh, okay. And so she bought all that stuff. And then she realized like, wait a minute. I just bought $800 of product. And then the person above me just got money for that.
Yeah.
It goes up.
Yeah. And I spent $800 at a party. And the only people that showed up were people to be like, hey, this is a great party. Do you want to buy some of? No, I don't want any part of that. Yeah, that's a pyramid scheme.
Like, no, it's a triangle, you asshole.
Yeah, I saw the chart. Didn't look anything like a pyramid. I didn't see any extra lines.
Well, I'll totally eat some of these barbecued weenies and take some free stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But so Tiffany, this had to been like right around Christmas time. She's like, hey, I want to do a 21.
How's she going to do this at Christmas time? That's when all the food's good.
No, she wanted to start it after.
Oh, okay. Thank goodness. Because if I feel like if she came between you and a turkey,
oof. Well,
there'd be issues.
There's a funny story about this. So,
so the story is, I pushed her down and ate a turkey over her bleeding nose.
I need to run away on a boat, Richard. She's like, at her dying breath is like, I know what it suffice. But so,
hey, guess what I am? I'm your one up right now.
It's not quite a triangle. It's just a straight line.
Yeah, this is a straight line. Guess who's at the top? This guy.
You know what's below us?
That looks bad. You need a rack.
I don't have any stairs though, so that's where the analogy breaks down.
Yeah. Domestic abuse isn't funny.
I'm not the one who brought it up.
Oh, you sure?
I think so. Maybe.
I don't know.
Pyramid schemes. So really what kind of got this startup, she watched this documentary on plant-based diets, which you and I kind of chit-chatted about a little bit. It's like, it's not like we were talking about this year. We didn't want to go full plant-based because A, I like hamburgers and I like steaks.
They are delicious.
I don't need them all the time, though, and we don't really eat them all the time.
Right.
But we talked like, hey, maybe we should start implementing, 5 or 6 of our meals a week being more plant-based. And then, we'll have like one meat type food once a week.
Okay.
So the video she watched, it was these guys.
This is death of 1,000 paper cuts. That's what this is, Shawn.
It is.
Don't fall for it.
Because I got bamboozled. Because
the triangle's the pyramid, Shawn.
Because when she watched this video, these guys had these bean, avocado, pico burritos, right? And like as they were making them, I'm like, that sounds fucking delicious.
That doesn't sound bad.
Because all it is like no chicken, no beef, no pork, which is like, I like that stuff, but I don't need it. Like that burrito looked delicious in its own.
I could see that.
And so Tiffany said, hey, let's do this 21-day refresh. It's, some different supplements. There's like this green.
Oh, God, you're getting drugged.
Pretty much.
Oh, this is something.
And she says, like,
I worry about you, buddy. I don't want you. Don't let her put you in a coma.
The end of this story is I ate her, Richard.
Don't let the no pills hurt my friend.
But, when we watched this video, I was like, oh my gosh, like if this is what I could eat that 5 days a week. And so she says, okay, let's do this 21-day refresh. Has all those supplements, and then we'll do more plant-based stuff. I'm like,
okay,
great. I will do black bean burritos for 21 days. Richard, the stuff shows up. She's like, I'm going to go buy groceries. I'm like, make sure you get flour tortillas or corn tortillas. I don't care. And black beans and whatever.
Well, you got to have flour ones or corn ones, right?
Flour's fine because that's plant-based.
Okay.
Well, that's what I thought anyway. And I just get back a smiley face. I'm like, what's that smiley face about? That seems kind of fucking condescending.
Did I get hornswoggled?
I did, because she tells me the menu for the first week, Richard, and breakfast is like fruits. I'm like, all right, that's fine.
Okay.
But I'm like, I am totally down for some burritos and stuff for lunch. She's like, oh, you dumb bastard.
Oh, shit.
It was the biggest salad I've ever had in my life. Like one of those big, like, I don't know, like foot by 6-inch Tupperware things.
What the fuck?
Full of lettuce.
That's a tub.
Yeah.
You had a tub of salad.
Yeah, and you're like, well, I mean, I could eat a tub of salad. Richard, it was with just a teaspoon of dressing. You might as well.
What kind of dressing?
It was like a garlic vinegar style.
Oh, fuck that.
It wasn't bad.
Well, yeah, but if all I'm getting is this little bit, then like I need something with some weight on it. I need some Caesar or something that like you shake in the whole thing and fucking like it does as good a job as it can to like coat everything. Like each fucking Caesar molecule is hanging on to the other one for dear life, trying to add some sort of flavor to a Tupperware thing that's full of fucking weeds.
Yeah.
There's just like, we can do it.
This is edible. Yeah, Richard, it's not edible because you get like one bite. If you're not careful too, if you dump it all in one lettuce seed or lettuce leaf, you have one bite that actually has flavor. And the rest is just like eating, like you said, weeds.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm sitting here, Richard.
Cover that thing in fucking barbecue sauce and it'll still taste like the fucking ground.
But at least you got the barbecue. Because that's what like everybody's like, oh, I could totally eat salads. It's like, no. You're not eating.
Not this salad, motherfucker.
It's not a salad.
So, wait a minute. So you say salad. Okay, wait. So you're saying salad. Is this salad as I know it with stuff in it? Not just dressing, but like stuff? Or is this just a bowl full of lettuce? Like what is in this salad?
It's mostly just lettuce. There is
what kind of lettuce?
Like romaine.
Okay.
I think the second week we had a whole cucumber in it, which I could eat the cucumbers. Those are fine.
See, because iceberg is the most pointless food to me on the face of the earth.
It's like no calories, right?
It's nothing. Iceberg lettuce is nothing. Fuck you, iceberg lettuce.
You took down the Titanic and my appetite.
I know, right? You're a fucking worthless food. You contribute nothing.
It had carrots.
You're edible water. That's what you are.
Oh, and the topping on it, Richard, was roasted sunflower seeds.
Are they salted?
No. God, no, Richard.
My God.
The goal of this diet is, and the thing they say, it's not a starvation diet, but when I get like a third of the way through the salad and I'm just like, fuck this, and throw it away. And I'm still hungry. It doesn't
make you stop eating. It just makes you lose the will to eat.
Oh my, yeah. So the first week goes by and I'm miserable. And Tiffany notices this too. Is like eating dinner.
I noticed it because you were like, hey, let's do a show. And then we sit down and you're like, hey, what'd you have for dinner? And I'm like, oh, I made fucking barbecue pork sliders. And I was like, nom, 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 nom.
Tell me about it slowly.
Well, first I put it in the oven for 4 hours.
Oh my God. How wet was your mouth?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was I made. I made something. I think it was like a corned beef brisket or something. Like I slow roasted a corned beef brisket the other day. And you were like, what'd you eat? And I said, oh, I made corned beef and cabbage. I made a slow roasted corned beef brisket, and I sauteed the cabbage with some sriracha and soy sauce. And
I don't even like sriracha. And I was like, oh my God, flavor. But what's fucked up about this diet? So the first
then you looked at me weird, and I was like, and I felt uncomfortable. But you were pissy. I'm saying it. I will say. I'm saying it. I'm saying it for everybody here. He was, like he's all like, "Oh, ha ha ha, Laura, I think my son's gay." Like he says that shit on the show, but like as soon as the microphone cuts off, he was a pissy motherfucker. That's what he was.
I'm gonna go to bed. Why'd you eat something? Because I can't.
Don't fucking talk to me about eating something. And then he threw lettuce at the fucking camera.
And then Tiffany poked her head and said, hey, you got to eat that.
I was very put off.
But yeah, I mean, so after that, there was you eat all this stuff, and Tiffany kept saying oh my God, there's just so much food, isn't there? I'm like, yeah, but you eat it all and you're still fucking starving.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so what really kind of was the icing on the cake for it. So I get through the first week and her friend came up. And her friend's from out of town who used to live here, but there's a pizza place that she loves. And so she's like, oh, well, my friend's going to get pizza, so we should cheat. I was like, no, we're not cheating.
No.
So we're sitting there. I'm eating the salad and miso soup, which, again, you think miso soup, that's pretty good, right?
I was going to say, you just said miso soup. I'm like, well, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I could go for some miso right now. That sounds delicious.
When you have sushi coming right after, but instead it's
point.
This whole, probably...
Oh, like a bowl of miso broth with a fucking plate of sushi.
Oh
my God, that sounds fucking great.
But the miso soup is just you eat all this lettuce, and it's all right, well, I guess I'm going to put on top of this bed of lettuce this miso soup. You're like...
Yeah, that's what you should have done, Shawn. Should have put the miso soup on top of your salad. So that way... Did you?
Yeah, there was a time I dumped it in. Tiff's like, you're not supposed to do that. I'm just like, crunch.
Shut up, bitch. I'll fucking do my lunch the way I fucking want.
But as I'm sitting there drinking this miso soup, my son, her kids, are just sitting there eating this pizza.
Oh my God, I'd lose my fucking mind. See, they say that meat makes you violent. I've always heard that, you eat a bunch of red meat or you eat raw meat and, it's supposed to accentuate, or they say it accentuates your more, not violent tendencies, but your more dominant tendencies. It makes you feel more of an alpha male.
Is it the testosterone in it, or
I think so.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what, if all I ate was a fucking goddamn bowl full of grass for 5 days straight, I'd be an angry motherfucker.
Richard, I didn't say 5 days. It was 21 days. Yeah, and I'm sitting there eating this stuff, and her friend looks at me and is like, you look miserable. I'm like, eat your pizza, you Satanist woman. My head spins.
Go ahead. Just shoveling it. You're like, here, Just open your mouth. I'll throw the fucking pepperoni in and they'll lick my fingers afterwards.
Oh, I think I got some pepperoni juice. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, so the first week is all that. Second week is pretty much that stuff too. The
So
third week,
you're eating grass for 2 weeks.
yes, which I think to me, it feels like it's a little bit of like a take on the potato diet. Because
I've heard of some people. Penn Jillette apparently did like a variation of the potato diet. It was like a bunch of potatoes coupled with like intermittent fasting.
Kevin Smith did that too because he got it from Penn too. And it's like, well, yeah, I love potatoes. He's like, no, you love potatoes with bacon bits, butter, sour cream. Which honestly, I don't know if you can do this on potato diet. I don't know why you couldn't, but slicing them up real thin and just baking them till they're crisp, I could eat that all day. So essentially like chips.
So you're saying potato chips with no salt?
Or like, yeah, I mean, I don't see what I haven't researched it, but I don't know what the difference would be.
It would take you a while because, and I don't think they would turn out the way you want, because the reason you would salt your potatoes before you baked them is because the salt draws out the moisture.
Well, we've done straight slicing them thin and baking them, so they're just kind of crispy. And
I'm sure they're probably like kind of crispy on the outside and kind of like gummy gummy towards the center.
Yeah, if we don't cook them long enough, you got to slice them really, really thin.
Yeah.
But I haven't researched to see if like that's acceptable in the potato diet. I don't see why it wouldn't be, but
yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't be either.
It
might be. It might. I guess it depends on how, because of the starch in there. I guess it depends on how they want your body to take the starch.
Yeah, I guess if there's some kind of like chemistry involved with that, if you do it that way.
Well, just if baking it leaches the starch out, and the starch is what you need according to fucking crazy level top of the pyramid man.
Well, I thought the idea behind like this in the potato diet is more of you basically torture yourself for a long enough period of time that you're like, oh, well, I guess I don't need, a huge ass hamburger. Oh, I guess I don't need this. I guess I don't need this. It's kind of
It's basically a way to it's a way of, it's not necessarily have anything. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with like a type of food being good or bad for you. It's about reprogramming your brain to not like immediately go, oh, I need this.
Yeah. And that's why they call this a reset, is more of just to kind of get your body back in tuned. And so the first 2 weeks, like I said, is just salads and like this. The only thing I did realize that I enjoyed is I didn't need Mountain Dew, which is something that I was drinking a ton of.
Okay.
I really cut back on that. And then as a snack, I'm a very like chips, salty kind of person for my snacks.
Okay.
So for a bit, I was getting quite a bit of like chips and stuff at work, but apples and almond butter.
Apples and almond butter.
Yeah, when I ate that for a snack one day, I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, I'd rather eat.
Well, yeah, because you're getting some sugar in your system.
Yeah,
you're like, what is this? What is this thing that I have not encountered? Is that sweet?
Is this elixir made from God?
What are I don't understand how flavors work anymore.
Hey, I just want to ask, will I fail a piss test for this? So that's a snack that I've kind of kept up on. Mountain Dew too is something I've still been cut back on because we've been done about a week and a half.
Okay. So for the record, I used to drink Mountain Dew like a fish, like constantly, and I worked in kitchens where you basically like I had it on tap, Shawn. I had Mountain Dew on tap, just like nah. I stopped. I haven't had a Mountain Dew in well over a year.
My goal was always to stop drinking soda when I turned 30. I'm now 34. But at a point, too, I'm like, listen, I know I probably won't stop drinking soda altogether.
Right.
But I I want to only drink soda when I go to a movie or game days.
What movie is this? Letters from the Heart? Whatever. I don't care. Can I have a soda, please?
To pay to buy a ticket and a soda and like just walk right out.
Babe, I didn't know you were into anything by Nicholas Sparks. Yeah, whatever. Can I have a large Coke?
Hey, let's just get 12 of them. But I feel like I'm kind of...
Oh my God, they're so beautiful together, aren't they? You get free refills at this place, right? Shawn's going to see any movie out. This whole show's going to turn into a movie review podcast just so Shawn has an excuse to drink soda on a regular basis.
Well, I usually go with my father-in-law about once every other week. So essentially there'll be 2 days a month and then 1 day a month for game days. It's kind of my goal. I'm hoping I can keep up on that, which so far I have. Where was I on all this?
I drink 2 a day. If I'm thinking about it, I have 2 sodas a day. I have one at lunchtime, and then I have one when I get home. But I will say that like it depends. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't on the one when I get home.
Yeah, which gets
like tonight I did not have one when I got home.
And this kind of gets me on like the health kick of this too, because there was an episode we did, it's probably been like 3 years ago. We talked about this Fitbit for your penis.
Oh, yeah.
It was a bit that goes on your condom that tells you like your Fitbit.
Did you buy one?
I did.
What does it say?
It says I should run into traffic.
That's crazy. Please do me a favor and don't bleep all that out because I would hate it if you did that.
Okay. I'll leave it all in about how amazing
I bet you would.
But when I was listening to that, we had talked about like counting calories, and I got up to like 189, and my goal in life is to never get above 200.
Shut up.
Really, I don't want to get above 190.
I hate you.
Technically, I don't want to get above 180.
Fuck.
So I was sitting at like 182-ish before we did this refresh, and
I'm looking down at myself in shame, you son of a bitch.
I don't have a boat with a bunch of half-naked women.
Hey, I can see my dick, and I can touch my toes.
Hey, it's all that matters. Yeah,
end of the day, that's just touch your toes. If you ever are like, God, I'm such a fucking fatty, just reach down and touch your toes. That's all you need. If you can do that, if you can pull off touching your toes, then it's all fine.
What happens?
And you're okay.
What happens if you get out of breath when you do that? If you're like, okay, almost to my knees.
Then, I don't know, smoke less.
I
didn't say stop. I just said do it less.
There's a guy, a sports radio guy. He was getting on a bunch of people about being overweight and like yelling at athletes. And this stuck with me because it still sticks with me to this day. And he said, if you think you're in shape, take your shirt off and jump up and down in front of a mirror. And then tell me how in shape you are. You're like, I'm not in shape at all because everything jiggles.
That's mean. He's a bastard.
That's Colin Cowherd. He's kind of been known to be a little bit of a
say
jerk.
his name again so that way everybody knows. And I'll find his address real fast. This man.
This was years ago. Like I was
Doesn't matter.
But so I've been counting calories. I think I'm at like 630 days in a row I've been doing this. And I referenced that episode because you had mentioned, like, why would anybody do that? When we were on this diet,
Shawn did it.
I try to only do 2,200 calories a day.
Okay.
Because that's supposed to lead me to my goal of like to be in like 160 range of weight.
That's what I weighed in high school. I weighed 165.
I think I was in the 160s. I'll jump back to it. But so when we're on this diet, like I said, I do usually about 22 to 2,600 calories a day.
Okay.
Unless I go like ape shit, like game days and stuff, it could be like 3,400.
Yeah.
But when we're on this diet, I was doing like 1,600 to 1,800 calories a day. So significantly less. The diet did drop me down.
And this equated to what?
Like 8 pounds I lost over the 21 days.
So you lost 8 pounds and you were fucking miserable.
Mm-hmm.
And like not in the okay, like I'm all for a person that's, you know, saying, hey, I want to, you know, live healthier, I want to do better for myself, and I really want to persist, and I have this goal and I want to achieve it. Good on you. But like if you do it and not only and like the entire process does nothing but make you miserable, and at the end you're happy with the results, but you don't feel like it was worth the pain and toil and misery that you went through, then just be a fatty. It's okay.
Well, I think what was nice about this, again, it was the soda for sure, because I've always had a real big battle with soda.
Uh-huh.
Like, because that's, and the reason I reference that is because of the calorie counting. When I first started counting calories, you'd be like, all right, you have 2,000 calories a day you want to burn, and you drink 3 sodas, and it's like, oh shit, that was 500 of my calories. Okay, that's probably too much. And you kind of cut back on that. But as you lose weight, like I've always been yo-yo-y with weight. You know, like I'll drop to what I want.
Is that the technical term?
I think so, yeah. I think they call it yo-yoing.
Yo-yo-yo-y.
So like you get down to like, I'm at 160, I'm perfect, and then I bounce back up to 180, and you know I'm almost at 200. Like, oh shit, all right, well now I need to do something. So you start working out more, watching what you eat, get back down, and then you're like, fuck, I'm in shape, I'm BeachBody, I'm about to be invited on a 68-year-old woman's boat to be her man or war. And then I jump back up,
and
to
I'll
180.
be one of the girls. Wait, no, hang on, that's not right.
Is it not?
Where
right?
am I in the pyramid?
I don't know. I mean,
oh wait, I'm sorry, triangle.
I mean, those boats, I mean, even if you're the one dude with the other old dudes, there's still a lot of ladies on that boat.
Right? Good point.
I mean, they were like 68. How long can they last?
I feel like that's the one takeaway. Be the guy on the boat.
Yeah. Yeah. That takes a lot of money though.
Okay, so you went through a week. By the end of week 1, you're miserable. You're an angry human being.
Tiffany wanted to quit, and I'm like, nope, we're still going. Like, I at least wanted to get through 2 weeks.
Okay.
We get through week 2.
You're a pissy, miserable human being. But out of no reason other than sheer spite for your significant other, for this dieting, for the world as a whole, for nothing save your sheer contempt for anything and everything good in this world. You're like, let's keep fucking going. What, bitch?
And plus, we spent some money on the stuff too. So it's like, I really don't want to do like a week.
Yeah.
And be like, well, we got a third through it. Let's throw all this stuff away, then eat a bunch of pizza.
And then it's like, no, what we do is we sell it to somebody, and then we tell them we'll get more.
But so the thing that upset me the most about this, and I referenced the potato diet because that's what I kind of thought this was going to be. Week 3.
Oh my God, wait. So you did week 2.
Yeah.
And by the end of week 2, is she like fucking like, you son of a bitch, like, we're not doing this anymore. I'm done.
She did actually.
Like, no, fuck you. We're going. We're still going.
She wanted to do that after a week, like Monday or Tuesday into week 2. And I'm like, no, we're going to keep going.
Okay. And so by the end of week 2.
Week 2, it kind of sucked because we had game day and then we had a party at my grandpa's house.
I remember that because you were very, very angry that day.
Yeah. And I
ate tacos and they were delicious.
I started out good. I'm like, I'm going to eat with the guys, but I'm not going to drink like any soda. I think I had like a soda and then some drinks because halfway through game day, she's like, I'm not even going to make food for Sunday. We're just going to eat at your grandpa's. I'm like, all right, well, fuck this then.
God damn it.
Because the other thing with all this meal prepping, this is what pissed her off the most. She would get home at 3. And she'd be in the kitchen making all the stuff for the next day from like 3 to 8.
Holy fuck! How long does it take to make this shit?
It took a while.
Shawn,
apparently.
let me explain something to you when it comes to food. Okay, like food should never be a chore. It should not be something that like you pain yourself over. With the proper planning and time execution, you can pull together anything and in a reasonable amount of time. I can roast a chicken. I can have a roasted chicken and a salad, boom, ready to go in 90 minutes.
Well, I think the toughest part was she was hand making all the dressings and stuff too.
Oh, fuck that. Dressings are a pain. Because here's the thing with dressings is you got to sit there and you got to whisk. You got to keep doing it and you got to whisk. And you got to basically, you got to keep at it. You got to keep at it, Shawn. You just got to keep,
in a jerk off motion. But so she was getting annoyed about that stuff.
I'm tired.
And so
let's do the show another time. I'm going to go sleep.
So that's what she said about Sunday. She's like, we're just going to eat at your grandpa's because I don't have the energy to make any of this stuff. But we got to cheat Saturday and Sunday. So I think Monday we're like, all right, let's finish this out. We feel good. Monday, Richard, we had collard greens, beets, and sweet potatoes. The beets.
I hate beets.
Dude, beets and sweet potatoes, like diced up and like baked. I love me a sweet potato. Love me a baked sweet potato. Yeah. Those are delicious. But they're like diced up and and the collard greens and everything. I'm like,
I make a sweet potato mashed, but I add chipotles to it. It's fucking delicious because they're sweet and they're hot. Yeah,
sounds good.
Good stuff.
But yeah, so I had that. I'm like, wait, like this is like we can eat all this, and she's like, yeah, that's what they say to eat for this week. Like, why the fuck didn't they tell us to do this week one?
Like, bitch, I ate a bowl of grass for 2 weeks, and now you're giving me fucking now there's. You know what you should have done, Shawn? You should have just eaten apples and fucking almond butter for 3 weeks straight.
That would have been better.
Yeah,
that's
what's
low caloried.
Like if you tell me like, hey, all you can do is eat like if someone was like, hey, all you can do is eat apples for 3 weeks. I think I could handle that. But if someone was like, you got to eat a salad with this fucking shot glass worth of dressing, and the salad is the size of a fucking, party fiesta bowl. Yeah. Be like, fuck you, give me an apple.
Yeah, I mean, eat what, 4 apples in a day, and like maybe even if it's only a tablespoon per apple.
Yeah. You still get fucking I still feel like it's more bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Should have just eaten apples. See, I've already hacked this thing. You should have just eaten apples the whole goddamn time.
Yeah, I still don't. And like the first week you're supposed to get a little bit of meat, but you only get chicken one day in your salad, which was like, okay, that's doable. And then we had salmon.
Okay, but wait, is the chicken seasoned?
No, it's just like you just like bake
Fuck it. That. Again. Yeah. And then what do you get? A dry piece of fucking bullshit in your goddamn salad?
That's the idea. They get you off the salt and everything. All that.
Fuck that
stuff that's terrible for your body.
The 2 most used ingredients in my house are salt and pepper. I can put salt and pepper on anything.
I don't think we were supposed to put pepper on anything either. I don't remember for sure. I mean, Shawn, obviously not with salad.
I see what's happened here. What's happened is, okay, these people were obviously trying to kill you.
They almost succeeded.
Because they're jealous of our show. And they were trying to take you out. And they preyed upon your sweet face and your dumb, gullible nature.
Yeah, they're like, he's not going to have a beach body. A, look at him. He doesn't have the genes. And B, he doesn't have the money.
I'm pretty sure he can't see his dick.
And he's not even fat. Hey! Although I did learn too, Richard, I don't know if this is factual or not, but apparently beets makes your dick bigger.
I've heard that too. Wait a minute. Did you say bigger or just hard? Bigger. I've heard they, it's like a fucking Spanish fly. It's like, boom. You like, oh yeah.
It's like
makes it bigger.
The way the person that told me about it was that
Shawn, that can't be true because I haven't eaten a single beet in my entire fucking life, and I don't know if you know this, but I cleared 3.5 inches.
Wait, metric or American? You got to make sure you're on the right side of the ruler.
Oh fuck
yeah. When Tiffany and I were dating, I told her that, and then when I pulled it out, she laughed, and then she turned the ruler on the other side, and I was like, oh.
So 5.
But yeah, I guess like it does something with your blood vessels, like makes them expand more, so more blood gets down there. But Richard, ask me while we're on this 21-day diet how much sex we were having.
How much sex were you having, Shawn?
None, because we're fucking starving.
You're miserable. You don't have the energy. And
No.
even if you had the energy, you don't have the fucking even if you had the energy, you're just so pissed off. You're just like, all you want to do is just like, be like, I don't want to sleep with you right now. Honestly, since you're the one that drugged me into this, I want to punch you in the face.
Really what it
How
was
many calories does that burn?
Really, it was each of us like hoping to sneak out of the house and cheat on the other one. Not with another person, with McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh
Did
my
you?
God. No,
Okay.
I didn't.
You didn't cheat. You didn't cheat once.
No.
Did she?
I don't know. I don't think so. I
Did
don't know
she?
for sure. She might have.
Well, obviously, you don't know for sure, but
I don't think she did. Although
would
she does.
do you think she'd tell you?
No. It's like, what'd you eat for dinner? I had chicken. I had salad. Now, like I said, it was a miserable 3 weeks.
Just salad, huh?
Let me smell your
I
breath.
smell it on your fucking breath.
Let me smell your poop. Before I get too far into it, so the gross thing, which was kind of awesome, when you eat a lot of beets, Richard, I don't know if you know this.
I don't know this because I don't eat a lot of beets. I didn't know the dick thing. I thought it made your dick hard. I didn't know it made your dick bigger.
I think it makes it a little bigger. It makes your
Don't tell my wife this because then she's gonna force feed me beets for the next like 3 months. Because she's gonna be like, God, please, Lord.
You'll be like, but you said it was a good size.
Oh, please, Lord. Something, anything. It's either this or a witch doctor is my next option.
But when you eat beets, it makes your poo-poo a little red.
Oh my God, that would freak me out. Would that not scare you? When you go to the bathroom and then you stand up and you're like, oh God, there's blood.
Yeah, but then I realized.
Hey,
but
I have to go to hospital.
I had one poo-poo, which I really wanted to take a picture and send to Tiffany.
Oh my
because
God.
Richard, do you know what
Shawn,
it looked like?
No, we're done here. The show has
like
finally devolved into you
velvet
talking about what's in the toilet. I feel like we are officially old men now. I can't go here. I can't go to this place with you.
The one day that was nice, we had fruit and like just veggies all day for one of them.
Yeah.
The next morning when I had my movement,
oh God damn it.
I felt
the show is not becoming this. No, I refuse. The show is not becoming.
You haven't lived, Richard, until you felt like a full release of your bowel movement.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Why do you have a poo thing?
Because it's gross and it's horrible.
Not when you eat all this other stuff. Like it just slides right out. I barely had to wipe.
And I'm Richard. Not doing this. Nope. I am hardlining. I am calling a hardline veto on let's talk about our bowel movements.
Well, when we're living together in the old folks' home, it's going to happen.
Well, that's fine. Can we not do it over the fucking internet? Is that cool?
Well, we'll keep doing our show then, won't we?
The microphones won't be connected, but sure.
What are those two doing? Oh, they think they're radio hosts or something.
He thinks he's editing the shows, but he's just staring at a computer making internet noises. I didn't even know internet sounded like this. You ever heard this sound?
He said something about
I read that it sounded like that in a book once. I don't know.
He said something about dial-up. I don't know.
Wow.
He's cute, but he doesn't have a beach body. Oh, you mean he's poor? Yeah, he's poor.
Yeah, that's exactly what it means.
But my big takeaways from this is at least I've been cut from soda, which is good.
So when was the last time you had a soda?
It'd been as we're recording this a week ago. When I came home, I got burgers for my son and us, and they came with a soda. So I had one then.
Okay.
But that's the last time.
So you've had one in the last 7 days.
Yeah. And before that, no, not really. I've noticed that the first day after drinking a soda, like I'm saying Mountain Dew.
Okay.
The first day after drinking a Mountain Dew, I really, really crave one. But after that first day, I'm fine after that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Because like I told you, like I used to drink Mountain Dew like a fish, and I had it on tap. And once I stopped, it didn't take very long. It took like maybe like a couple 3 days.
Yeah, and I still
where
drink coffee.
I was like, it's fine. I don't need it.
And I'm still getting caffeine through like coffee and tea and stuff like that. But
I can't drink coffee.
I've really started to enjoy coffee.
I think that's one of the reasons that I still drink soda occasionally is because I can't drink coffee. It's way too much caffeine. It makes me like.
Can you do tea?
I don't know. I haven't had tea.
I can do tea. Like I've got a good, like, it's uncaffeinated because during this 21-day tip said, oh, you can have this. And so I threw it at her.
You're like, whatever. I don't care.
It's either this or
what else
cocaine.
can I have? Fucking leaves from outside? Great. I'll be back in an hour.
What about that tree?
I hate you so much.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So we'll get to the good point. But it was like a peppermint tea, it gave you nothing but some kind of flavor.
Okay.
So I enjoyed that. But Richard, so this 21-day challenge, we cheated, like I said, the weekend of game day and stuff. But the week after, on our very last day of this thing, was Super Bowl Sunday.
Okay.
And on Super Bowl Sunday, I enjoy not only the game, not only the commercials, I enjoy the snacks.
Yeah.
Jalapeno poppers, nachos, pizza, wings.
I have yet to find like a really good jalapeno popper.
We just had some ones we knew. Well, not new. We baked them.
All the ones I could find are they either end up way too soggy by the end, or they end up way too hot. Like I made some before, and I was like, I'm not doing the breaded thing. I'll try. I made a cream cheese thing, and I took the jalapeno and I stuffed the jalapeno with the cream cheese and baked it. And it was good, but way too hot.
I can see that. I bet that's probably just on the jalapenos you got.
Yeah.
Because jalapenos range from like you take a bite out of one, you're like, oh, that's just a little spice to that, to holy shit, that just burned my tonsils.
Yeah.
The ones we used to have at our sports bar weren't too bad. I like those.
They were okay.
Because we always get the combo platter. Richard, that's the first time I realized that I was fat. Because
why is it all your memories of being fat are associated with me? That's what I'm trying to figure out here.
Well, no, this would have been
But to be fair, all your memories of, that are all the memories you associate with, feeling bad about being fat are associated with your wife.
That's true. Because every time she sees me with my shirt off, she pokes me in the belly.
Yeah.
And I go, woohoo!
Yeah.
But,
and then she's like, eat this bowl of weeds.
Yeah.
Fucker.
For a month. You gotta lose some weight. You're embarrassing me. I'm gonna go to the neighbors. Why? What does he have? A boat? Hey! He looks better shaped than I. He's got dual beach body.
Because he's got money, that's why.
But at the sports bar, so freshman 15 in college, 100% is a real thing.
Where you gained 15 pounds?
Oh, yeah. So
on your freshman year?
My freshman year, I lived at college. I worked at the sports bar.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go to the cafeteria and you walk that like buffet line. It's like, oh, look, lasagna. Oh, look, sandwiches. Oh, look, pizza.
Yeah.
And so you're just kind of piling everything on because everything sounds good. And you eat all that. And then I'd go to work at the sports bar, get done at 2 a.m, get a combo platter, which is like potato skins, mozzarella sticks, chicken tenders, jalapeno poppers. You eat all those with all the soda on tap. And then, Richard, you go to your second semester where you have gym class, because they still have gym classes in college for some reason. And you weigh yourself, and you're like, I might be like 165, 170. And you pop on it, and it says 189. You're like,
and then you hate yourself.
Yeah.
Then you hang your head in shame.
Mm-hmm.
And then the gym teacher pokes you in the belly.
It's like,
and then you're like, do you want to go out?
She's like, I don't know. Do you have a boat? No. Does your dad have a boat? No. What about your grandpa? He's got a John boat. Is that like a little fishing boat? Yeah. No.
That means he has a retirement plan, but not enough to spend around with.
But that was the first time where I kind of was like, oh shit, like eating and stuff really matters. And so that's where like my yo-yoing really started.
Okay.
Because I dropped a bunch of weight. You know, college, I kind of stayed in the 160, 170. Graduated, you know, my first marriage made me get fat because I ate my feelings.
Yeah.
Then I lost it again. My lowest I think ever was post-college was like 155, I think.
Ugh.
It was healthy weight. I was benching like a madman.
Okay.
You want to know how much I benched?
Okay, so wait. So we skip past we skip past Super Bowl Sunday. So so Super Bowl Sunday comes around.
So I do the calculation week 1. I'm like, hey, babe, you know, like this diet thing ends on the Super Bowl. And she's like, oh, that sucks. And so I was like, oh, okay, like that's what I wasn't hoping for. I was hoping she'd be like, well, breakfast, lunch, we'll eat like we're supposed to, and then we'll just splurge on the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
After the first week, I was so pissed, I brought it back up. Like, listen, this diet.
Look, new rules, family meeting.
I told her, I'm like, listen, Super Bowl Sunday, we'll do breakfast, we'll do lunch, but for dinner during the Super Bowl, we're doing Super Bowl tradition. And if you don't give me that, we're getting a divorce.
I'm leaving.
So, Richard, what I'm saying is...
She packed a bag.
No, I packed a bag. I need a place to stay. Because apparently, this is her house and Ramon's. Yeah. He bought it for her.
Yeah.
She's on a boating trip
She's on a boat right now. And then I saw Shakira, but I got to see Shakira and eat jalapeno poppers.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Did you watch the halftime show?
I did watch the halftime show.
Yeah. This will be like a month after it, but
I do not understand why people were upset with the halftime show. People are very angry about the halftime show, Shawn.
Yeah, I mean, so last year, Adam Levine or whatever his name is, he had his shirt off the whole time.
He did. Which I
was like, put that back on, fatty.
I could care less. I was like, okay, he's got his shirt off. And then Shakira was doing this thing with her hips, and I was slightly mesmerized. And people were very angry. And I was like, but who cares? Like,
the only thing that
I was fine with it.
I took from it was not really anger, but it was more of it's more of kind of the exploitive part of the camera shots on their crotches. That to me, there could have been better editing.
I mean, yes and no. It is a live show.
Well, there is a delay. They have like a 30-second delay.
Yeah.
Not that, like, me personally, I'm like, whatever. Like, I was sitting there watching it with Tiffany and she was on her phone, and a couple of the shots, I was like, oh, I think we're about to get a little shot here.
You're like, oh.
She's like, what?
And before I said anything else, I quickly stuffed food in my mouth.
But there's a couple of times with Shakira, I was like, oh, I bet she's got to be careful because something might pop out. Which doesn't bother me, but to me, it was just kind of, and like kids watching it, they wouldn't understand what was about to pop out. The best tweet I did see was some guy say, hey, NFL, thanks. My son just humped a hole in our ottoman. Which was like, yeah, I get it.
Me too.
But mine was more of just like the shots there. I think they could have, whenever they were kind of squatting in front of the camera, they probably could have shifted the shot there.
I don't know. I just didn't. I was just completely indifferent. But again, I was completely indifferent to Adam Levine.
Yeah. Well, and the thing too is like we're of the generation.
I mean, I'm not a huge Maroon 5 fan, but I didn't care I didn't care whether he was wearing a shirt or not.
Yeah, I don't really like the halftime show to begin with. And plus, Prince's was good.
Hands down, best halftime show I ever saw was Prince.
I was watching some halftime show stuff, and I guess apparently he asked the producer, he's like, hey, do you think you could make more rain?
Yeah. I saw that. I saw that too. And I wonder, like, like the guy says like, oh, Prince said, oh, could you make it rain harder? And I sitting there and I'm looking at him and I'm like, there's a chance he might have actually meant that seriously.
No, I'm sure he did. He's like, hey,
it's 2 a.m. and I need a camel.
Yeah. But I mean, we're from the generation in 2004. We saw a boob on live TV. So
that's true.
Yeah. That was the talk of the school the next day.
Oh, that was a great time.
That was back when schools didn't have very good internet search
Wait a minute.
histories.
No, that was way later. The boob, the wardrobe malfunction.
I think it was 04.
No, that was like 2007.
No, it was not that late.
Okay, 2006. I'll say 6.
2004.
Because I remember I was at work. I was at work when that happened.
Super Bowl XXXV111 live February 1st, 2004.
I don't know what the fuck that means. All right. I'll take your. All right. Fine.
The reason I remember that is because it was my year I graduated, and I was the girl I was dating. She invited me to her friend's house, and there's like a dozen people watching this. And like when it happened, like we're all kind of looking. It's like, did you guys see what I saw?
Was that a boobie?
And what the fuck was around her nipple?
Yeah.
And then like the next day at school, because internet search at school was like very Titan, like people like Janet Jackson, boobie.
True.
There it is.
True.
That was kind of the last you really heard of her too.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything she's come out with.
Yeah, I don't know.
Recently.
I don't think that was the reason, but I do remember hearing some people kind of say like they thought that kind of influenced why she kind of gone away. But
maybe.
But yeah, Richard, now I'm at this point. I've finished it. Sticking on the no soda. I do realize I like sweet potatoes and beets, so I've been eating those a little bit.
I think you're just trying to make yourself more. I think you're just trying to give yourself a bigger dick, Shawn.
Well,
but for the record, I do not think you're a fatty, and you can touch your toes and you can see your dick.
I can.
So you're just fine.
Oh, I do have a Fitbit now too.
Why did you just show me that?
837 steps today.
Oh, it's a Fitbit. It's not a fit dick.
No, you want to see? Here, let me show you real quick. I got it on right now. I'm going to start wearing it on the show. But Richard, I'm still trying to get myself healthy.
Yeah, I think this would be a good time. So, Shawn, I want you to give me your closing thoughts on your 21-day descent into madness.
Ooh, I think there's probably multiple ways to kind of reset yourself. Do you need this program? Probably not. But I do think torturing yourself a tiny bit is good. But making it to where you're completely miserable isn't really good. But I think being able to find things to replace items that aren't as healthy for you, like soda, chips, all that kind of stuff, is good to try out. And health is very important. You got to watch yourself, make sure you stay in good shape, and then go see your doctor. Everybody's different. You got to find the right thing for you and, treat your body like a temple because that's what it is.
Well, Shawn, you were not very nice at your temple. You know what they used to do at temples? They used to give animal sacrifices at temples. Meanwhile, there you are with a fucking bowl full of weeds.
Well, I mean, I'm sacrificing the animal that would have eaten it. That's what got me through. There's no deer eating this. Nom, nom, nom.
Fuck that deer.
All right, well, let me do a little bit of housekeeping while I'm sitting here starving. Visit our website, we're languagebros.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at languagebro. Email us at bros@languagebros.com. Like us on Facebook. Check out our Patreon account if you want to throw a little bit of money in our tip jar. And remember, we are part of the healthiest podcast network in the world, the Pod Bros Network.
It's the podcast website that will never fat shame anyone ever.
It's the best podcast network to work out to.
There you go.
Yeah.
Unless you don't want to work out, in which case, hang out, eat a cheeseburger, and enjoy yourself. Yeah.
All right. Was there anything else before I close her out?
No, I'm good. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat food.
All right. Well, that's all the bromance for this show. I'm Shawn.
And I'm Richard.
And remember, don't be a why.
Be a why not.
My heart hurts.
Shawn, on the subject of this diet, I will have to say, why? Why, Shawn?